And I think that's what juniors need to remember, that it doesn't define you as a person, and that you will get there 100%.
What's the worst bit of feedback you got?
To remove all my university work from my portfolio. So I had one, this was during one of my interviews, and they just straight up said, we are just looking for someone with a bit more experience. And I said, well, if you don't mind me asking, this was for an entry-level position, right? And they said, yeah, we're just looking for someone with, 2 years experience. And I thought, right, so you're not looking for a junior then, are you? You're not looking for an entry level. And they said, and do you have any industry standard work to show us? And I thought, no, I've literally just graduated 2 months ago. I'm not gonna have any industry standard experience up my sleeve or any work. And they said, one piece of advice, I would think about removing all the university work and concentrate on filling up your portfolio with industry standard work. And that definitely made me feel deflated, because I thought all these years of hard work and grafting to perfect my designs. And at the end of the day, as a junior, that portfolio, that is the first, reflection of who you are as a person. It's a journey, it's a story.
Yeah, I agree.
And to be told, remove it because it's not up to standards, it does make you feel deflated. And I thought, do you know what? No, I'm going to leave that there, and I will do whatever it takes to build up my experience elsewhere. But you're always going to get these sorts of feedback. Just don't take it to heart. I feel like in this industry, you definitely need thick skin, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's very easy to just take whatever is given to you. So some will say, whatever is offered to you, just take it. It's really important, I can't stress enough, to join a firm that has a good support community group. Corgan definitely has that. We do these reflections and feedbacks regularly. I think firms, and I don't have enough fingers to count how many times I've heard this, we need someone to hit the ground running. Oh. And it just makes me think, well, it's extremely unfair, because they say it's entry level, but really it's not entry level, and we need to redefine the word to actually mean entry level. So they say we want you to hit the ground running, but then it kind of makes me think, but where's the support? I think they see a mentor or training as losing time, resources, money. Mm-hmm. They don't have the time to do that. And it just makes me think then, you need to just hire people with that experience. And if you are looking for a junior, then you need to make the time to, sit down, train them and show them those things.
I think that's a massive point. And I think everybody needs to sit up here, because we advertise a job as entry, junior level. Yeah. We probably put the salary as what an intern should be. Mm-hmm. And then we're asking for 2 years of experience or 3 years. And that's that common meme, isn't it? It's like that joke amongst recruitment. And you've actually experienced that firsthand, which is a bit, a kick in the stomach, if you like.
Yes.
But fast forward 2 years, I'm reckoning you're going to be hiring people.
Oh, thank you.
How would you approach it? Because you're going to get swamped. You're really open, your energy's wicked. Even just after this podcast, I reckon you're going to get people coming to you, Ezgi, how to do this, how to do that. And you're going to have a lot on. Yeah. You're going to be busy from work. You're going to be delivering in your role for Corgan, or whoever you're delivering for. And you're going to be smashing your personal career, visualize that. And then you're going to have all of these people that's swarming to you because you're warm, you've got a great energy. And you could just max out, and you need to look after yourself and not just necessarily the company and all these people.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna, have you any thoughts about how you want to be as a manager, as somebody hiring? Have you had any thoughts about that from your
that's
experience?
Really interesting, actually. I've never really thought about it, but if I was hiring, I feel like I would really think deep into what that person's kind of been through, what they've done in their spare time. Mm-hmm. I've often experienced in my interviews, they just want to cut to the end and say, right, what is your experience? Mm-hmm. Let me see some industry standard work. I feel like I would really take the time to, figure out what that person has been up to since graduating. And I remember during my interview with Corgan, they were really invested in getting to know me as a person, not only my skill set, but the person that they would potentially be letting into their family. And at Corgan, everyone is quite a close-knit family anyways. And you spend more time with these people than your own family at home. So I feel like I would really like to do the same. I'd like to get to know them, a bit more personally, what kind of person they are, and what they would bring to the table other than just, their skill set, what they were up to. Maybe there's certain things that they liked doing in their own time. And that was what Corgan, you know, really did with me. They got to know what I did after graduating. And I remember them saying, it's so amazing that you did all of this after graduating, and organising and getting all of this done is extremely hard as it is. And, you know, they recognise that. And I want to be able to recognise that in people as well, for sure.
No, good point. And would you do unpaid internships, or would you pay them? Yes,
I would absolutely pay them. I've had companies say that they were going to pay me and they didn't.
No.
Yes, and at the end of it,
How many times that happened?
I would say, I think 2 times now, 2 times. And at the end of it, I thought, you know what, it's fine. I've taken away so much knowledge away from this, and that is far more value to me than anything. But even things like your travel, things like that, I feel like those should be covered. And if you are doing, you know, a 9 to 5, a 9 to 6, whatever it is, and you're doing these site visits and you're paying that out of your own pocket, it is of course very unfair. Not everyone can be in that position. You know, I've met people where they're trying to, you know, they've got things to pay, you know, whether it's rent or whatever it is, and they're also trying to balance a job and do an internship at the same time. And it's like you can't cut yourself into 50 different people. It's really difficult. But I would absolutely do paid internships. I think it's not fair at all.
No, good for you. Well done. And another thing, I'm picking up through all of this, Ezgi, and you probably have heard it loads, but your energy or your mindset, you're so resilient, you're so positive.
Thank you.